What is up? It's your boy Johnny Shreve, aka Mr. Tell Like It Is. Today, guys, I'm here with a special guest. I'm here with Neha. She's one of the writers of The Trades. We just finished wrapping up, and I have the pleasure of actually bringing her through a workout. And I asked her, what does she actually want to work out? And she actually surprised me, because not many women say, I want to train arms and abs. So we're not like doing glutes and kickbacks. We're going to train some arms and abs. I'm going to bring her through an arm and ab workout. She's going to tell me what she wants me to optimize. You guys are going to learn and optimize your arms and ab training as well, too. Let's get into it.
I'll just say I don't know how to work out. Everything I've learned, I do like weights, like light weights for my arms and back. Learned on YouTube, probably my form's really bad.
What does your typical arm and ab workout look like? I'll kind of like, you know, put my little spin on things.
Sure, I don't know the names, but like this thingy.
Awesome.
Do you want me to actually do it or just
Yeah, cool. So you say do it and I'll call the exercise out. This is a good game.
Okay.
All right.
The test, ready?
Okay, so we have lateral raises,
yeah,
dumbbells.
Yeah, with
dumbbell lateral raises. Great.
Yeah, and then I'll do like this thing, this, and that.
Together or separately?
I'll actually do it together.
Okay, so you're doing bicep curls with a shoulder press.
Sometimes I do this.
Dumbbells?
Yeah.
So just a regular, that would be like a supinated curl. So you have supinated, like a bowl of soup, then pronated, which would be like this way, and then neutral grip would be this way.
Oh, wow.
So any kind of flexing at the arm is basically like a curl.
Okay.
We're learning. Perfect.
We're learning. I'll take like this guy and I'll do like this.
Plate?
Yes.
Okay, cool. This is awesome. So you have a plate and you kind of do like a little bit of a 2-in-1 exercise. So we have a lot of curls so far.
Yeah.
A lot of 2-in-1.
And then YouTube has told me this helps with abs. So I'll take 2 dumbbells and I'll do like this, or actually, sorry, I'll go like this.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Okay.
And then YouTube has also told me this will help me with my abs. I'll have them up and I'll do like this.
Twisting side to side. So doing some oblique work. Your side abs would be like your obliques.
Yeah.
And then your front abs would be like your main abs, your core. Okay, do you do any back of the arm stuff?
I think that's most of my arm stuff. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. I think that's mostly it. But then with those ab exercises, I do get the definition in the obliques if I eat right.
If you eat, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good, right.
Yeah.
So one thing we have to really understand is like you can train abs, and training abs like any other muscle group will make them more pronounced, but the way to see them is having a lower body fat percentage. So where you can do all the crunches in the world, you're just not going to see abs after doing 1,000 crunches. So we have to fix our diet, and I'm glad you know that, which is great. So YouTube taught you that too?
YouTube taught me that
so
too.
YouTube's doing a lot of teaching. We got to make sure she's on the right YouTube channel.
I never have worked like weights on my lower body. Isn't that crazy? I should probably do that, yeah.
Okay, so next time we'll definitely do a leg workout together or teach some leg stuff.
Yeah.
But just because it's the first time, I don't want to really scare her away, because that'd be it for her. We'll do stuff that you're used to doing. So let's go walk through some dumbbell bicep curls. I'll let you do just do like a set. So what I like doing is like kind of watching you do a set, analyze, and then come in and be like, all right, let's fix this. Okay. And even though she's using 5s, a lot of you guys that are watching can definitely use some of this coaching. Cool. You already know what I'm gonna say, guys. So what I do like is we have good control. What we wanna do when it comes to like biceps or every muscle group, we want like the full range of motion. Say this is like your muscle, right?
Okay.
So if you get like a brand new elastic, it's like pretty tight. It will only get bigger and bigger and bigger if we actually stretch it. What you're doing when you're doing your curls that only to here, you're kind of like taking your muscle and kind of just doing this with it, right? Which is okay, but we want it to like do this all the way and then goes back. So after see what's happening now, that it's like it was small, but now it's getting bigger and bigger, right? And then when you're done and you're done eating and you start eating, then it actually starts growing back at a larger size. We want like everything to finish at the bottom.
Okay.
So while you're at the bottom, and to make sure that we're stretching the entire muscle out, like your bicep, you want to always keep this posture, like pretend like you have a hook on your chest, almost like a model would. And you're always in this like posture where your chest is always up here. So every exercise you're gonna do, you're gonna be in this, like from like floor to core to shoulder, in this like posture like this. So whether you're doing curls, doing presses, doing pulls, this will stay basically the same. Even if you're hinged over, it will stay the same. I want you to start from the bottom, like let it come down all the way to the bottom here, right? We don't have to start here and start curling like this way. We can keep it open, chest up, curl all the way up, right? And then control it down, and then all the way bottom, and then curl up again. We'll do 10 reps, and then we'll increase the weight. Good, and down. Good, now we can come up like a little faster, so we can go like, say like a 1 second up. So up, then do like a 2 count down. 1001, 1002, stretch, up. 1001, 1002, good. I want you to actually flex your bicep when you're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you're coming up, flex your bicep when it's coming up. Good, and then flex it on the way down. Good, and then control it down. Think of the descent like an elevator ride. You don't want to be on an elevator that just keeps doing this. Controlling it down, let everybody off, pull up. Control it down, let everybody off, pull up. Feel it different?
Yeah, that is way harder than what I normally do.
To make this one a little bit harder, more optimal, we can just sit down in here, pull the incline up a little higher. You don't have to have it so far down. So right now, my bicep's stretching. At the top of a tricep extension, my arms like this, my tricep is stretching. So we don't want to bypass this, but we want to put our body in the right position to maximize that, because that's where we're gonna get the most on a muscle recruitment to build more muscle. So if we're bypassing this part and just doing here, yeah, we could probably still build muscle, but not as optimal as it would if we were coming all the way down and all the way up the same as this way. So now we're sitting down, same thing, same idea.
Okay.
Head back from here, keep your chest up. And then while you're here, there's a stretch on your bicep. And now we're pulling, same thing, controlling it down, making it stretch, pull. And make sure when you're coming down, think 1001, 1002, 1001, pull. And then you'll get like used to that tempo as you go.
I didn't notice where your feet were.
Keep them as close as you can so you're not trying to, dodge your legs on the way up.
Yeah.
So just nice and relaxed, head back, feet nice and firm on the ground, start from the bottom. So we're gonna start with the weight pulling us down the bottom there. There you go. Now you feel it stretch already, right?
Yeah.
Stretch, good. 2, 3. On a scale of like 1 to 10, 1 being super easy, 10 being super hard. How was that?
Like a 5, probably.
Perfect. This would still be like a warm up because it's not that hard, right? So how hard do we have to go? We have to go all the way to 10, but like at least make sure it's like around like an 8. We can do that by making the rep way longer or adding more weight. We actually do have 7.5 here. All right, try this. All the way down.
Okay.
Now flex, good. Good. Don't be scared of the bottom. Let it go all the way to the bottom. There you go. And even though it's getting harder, do your best to control the weight. I'm gonna add a couple things in here. I want you to really focus on your core when you're pulling. So tighten this. The tighter this is, the more control we're gonna have over the weight. So think of pressing through here when you're pulling. There you go. Good, last one, all the way to the bottom.
Oh my God.
Good, good.
That was so hard.
So I want that to happen. Your body doesn't know you're in a gym.
Yeah.
You know you're in the gym. Consciously, you know you're in the gym, you're picking up weights.
Yeah.
Your body doesn't know that at all. Your body knows tension. It'll send out signals to keep you safe. So it's gonna send you out uncomfortable signals to the arm. So like when you're going down, it's like, this is uncomfortable, send pain signals, and you're gonna try and bypass those pain signals by shortening the range of motion, or your body has a fight or flight response. So if you've seen people when they're scared, they kind of do this.
Yeah.
Or when things are getting harder for a rep, your body starts to kind of do this to bring things in.
Yeah.
Right? It'll start like recruiting other muscle groups to help out with this, what we want that to happen, right?
Yeah.
You're not in danger. The pain is actually good for you. It's like a discomfort in terms of lactic acid buildup, that pump in your arm. So we don't want to bypass that. We want to like control the body and get this fight response.
Yeah.
Like posture. So instead of being here, we're here.
Yeah.
Right? So at the bottom, so at the end of your reps, you're like kind of, a couple of them, you're like, oh, I want to go all the way down because it's going to hurt. That was fine. If you get all the way down, you can't go all the way up, it's fine. If you only do like a couple that are just only to here. Because again, when you're looking at like muscle growing, it's going to grow a lot more when it's stretched. And we want it to come all the way up just so we can lower it down into the stretch. So the full range of motion is important, but we don't want to bypass coming all the way down.
My question for you is, when I'm doing this exercise, like I told you my goals are like, basically I just want like a slight definition. I don't want to get bulky. So what is this doing?
Anything that your arm does, like anytime your arm does this, whether your hand's like this, or like this, and no matter what's in it, your bicep is pulling. Now your definition in your arm is gonna come from muscle growth and then obviously like eating properly. Now the thing about like women that is very, very common, they're scared that if I do these exercises, I'm gonna have these massive biceps by like next week, and then,
what I don't want.
which is not gonna happen.
Okay.
Like completely impossible. In the gym is stimulating muscle growth, and then eating builds the muscle.
Yeah.
But even that, women don't produce enough testosterone for you to have crazy response to your biceps growing really fast. So you can train really hard and you're not gonna grow 5-7 inches more on your arm.
Okay.
Right? So don't be scared of going hard in the gym. So you'll always look like you. You'll just look like you with more tone. I've been coaching dumbbell lateral raises for the last like decade, 2 decades.
Oh my God.
People still kind of get it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever you think you do for dumbbell lateral raises, pick a weight.
And that's this guy, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's these.
Okay.
Well, YouTube is, oh, you know what? Not bad. Not
I'm
bad.
also like trying to apply the learning that you just taught me, but it's usually some version of this.
Don't look like you're in a rush to get these over with. So be intentional with your movement. Good. Now you have like a little bit of hyperextension in your arms.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind this, it's fine, but like let your arm bend slightly like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now have this little tiny bend.
Mm-hmm.
If you like if you kind of semi-flex your arm, it's gonna keep that in position.
Okay.
So when you pull up, you don't have your arms like hyperextended. So this is gonna move this bone, right? And then this rest of your bone is connected to this bone. So think of when you're pulling that, you're not pulling from here, you're pulling from here, then to here,
Got it.
right? Instead of thinking pulling from this.
Yeah, which is what
Right?
I do.
This is pulling the elbow up and then the weight, the dumbbell's coming with it. And I want you to pull them up a little higher. So I want your shoulders to come up higher like that. There you go.
Whoa. Okay.
There you go. That's a good tempo. Good. How'd that feel?
I would probably say like 6.
I want to move it up to like, we're only do that by just adding more reps. There you go. That's it. 12. Get 3 more. You got it. It's gonna get a little harder. 1, 2. Good. 1 more. 3. Good. You don't have to be a T here. We can be slightly in like this. You can almost start with your hands almost in front of you, and then right from that angle, going out to the side.
So like that.
Yeah, yeah. So if you look at your bicep, if you go like this. Now, if you switch your hand like this, you feel how it changes, right? So changing the angle like this, we're gonna work our bicep still and some of our forearm, right? It's not gonna mean you're gonna have Popeye forearms, don't worry about that.
Okay, I literally had that thought. Thanks for
You're not gonna have Popeye forearms, promise.
Okay.
So we wanna be strong throughout the entire arm. So you don't wanna have like one strong bicep and then the forearm is weak. Because that's how you get like normal like elbow issues. You're gonna hold it just like this, exactly how your arms are. We're gonna hold it just like this, and then we're just gonna curl just to the top, and we're gonna let it pull us right back down again, and then curl. All right? I want you to make sure your elbows don't shift it back when you pull. So say they're there you go. Now all the way back down. Good. Yeah, there you go. And then let it pull you all the way back down. There you go.
It got harder towards the end, even though that's a hilariously low weight, but it did, because when I do this stuff, I don't focus that hard on the elbow, like just having like good integrity in my movement.
Right, a lot of people don't. They're not supposed to because no one's really teaching you this. I do as much as I can to like explain things, but like you can't beat someone being there in person to like keep your arm like this, push your elbow to the floor so your shoulders stay down. You can't really get that on YouTube. JohnnyShoeFitness.com.
There you go.
There you go.
If I flexed my abs, for example, would that ever work in an exercise like this? Because I kind of follow.
Yes, it's a really good question actually. Your limbs, your muscles are like an orchestra and your core is like the conductor. When the conductor is not there, it's a bunch of noise. Things are kind of fucking moving all wonky. When you're engaging your core, everything's moving in harmony. We'll do a shoulder and then we'll finish off with core.
Perfect.
Strong from here. Good, try a quick little press. I want to see what happens here. Not bad. Good. You know, it's actually not bad. We can bend our arms in slightly. A little bit of an angle this way. And then like, we want to make sure the fists, wrists, and elbows are underneath the weight. And then making sure the dumbbell is in the same angle as my shoulder. Right, so I have an angle this way. I don't want the dumbbell to be like this or like this.
Okay.
Right, so it's gonna match the angle. And from here, and then pressing up, and then controlling it down, right? Just right here, it's fine. Right, and then back up again. And then when you're doing it, just think about pushing yourself into the ground and not pushing this up like this, because you don't want our neck like this. We want our shoulders to stay down the entire time.
Okay.
So you're here and press. So like, think of like, you see the angle in your arm? So like a little angle like this. Now match the angle of the dumbbell with your arm. There you go. Now press from there. There you go. And there you go, good. Now remember, control it down. Control it down, don't let it fall. Control, now push. It's actually good. I think we'll angle your arm a little bit, just kind of, there you go.
So like that?
Exactly.
Down like that?
Yeah. Control, that's it. 7, control, down, that's it. Look at yourself and like, okay, I'm not in danger. I'm the one controlling the weight.
Yeah.
This is only 10 pounds or 7 pounds. If I can't get up anymore, it's just gonna sit here, I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
It's not like a big boulder that's gonna, you're holding your life up for it. Do your best to control the weight.
Yeah.
And that's your kind of like your internal kind of like battle you're gonna have with yourself. Of like, how much can I withstand this uncomfortable feeling? 2. Good. That was perfect. In order for us to like really engage our core, our back has to flex. So roll. Our abs, just like our biceps job is to pull the arm up, our abs job is to flex the entire spine. We can do like V-sits, but you want everything to flex and move. Not just like doing kind of like this. Because see, my back is flat. It's really not doing much. Like my abs are working a bit.
Yeah.
They work more if I was doing something like that.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm so bad at this.
This is actually not bad at all. There you go.
It's so funny because I know it should be going more. I'm so bad at this.
No, you're good. That's actually not bad at all. You can do the same thing on your back, but like actually let it roll in. So you do this, same here, and pull. Make sure your butt rolls off the ground. Come in and pull up.
So like this?
There, yeah, and then back down. And then don't let your knees hit your feet hit the ground. In, and then out, don't let it hit the ground. There you go. Pull it again.
Am I going all the way how I'm supposed to?
That's perfect.
So I feel like I'm like working my back as well when I do stuff like this, which I'm like always so scared to injure my back.
Remember, your core flexes your spine. So strengthening this is actually helping strengthen this too. You're marching in one spot and then doing this.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Right? And if we want to work this part, we want to like pull it up.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that muscle pulls this in, not just pulling the muscle down.
Got it.
I mean, this isn't gonna do anything to my core.
So stop watching those YouTube ab training workouts.
Think about rolling your knees into your chest. Breathe, 3, there you go. 4, 5. Done, right? So you already can do more than you did before.
Yeah.
The more you did, the more your body adapts. Because while you don't think about it, your core works a lot.
Yeah.
Which is what you actually be knowing. But when you're actually conscious of it working, and then you're controlling it working, it just adapts that much more.
What do you suggest in terms of diet? Like if you do want a little bit of like a flat stomach or maybe a little bit of ab definition, I'm not saying hardcore abs, like what do you recommend for diet?
I need to be in somewhat of a deficit, maybe depending if I'm trying to lose fat. So if you want to lose fat, then you have to eat less food. And then what that food is will help out would be like, whole foods is great to eat. Healthy, well-rounded, fats, proteins, and carbs. Fiber, good healthy fats, good healthy meats, fruits, vegetables, all those things are great. But then the amounts of it that can help you. And then doing that and like adding cardio with it will actually help you burn fat, right? So like think of like just being more active and eating a good amount of I would say eating at maintenance and then increase your activity level.
Got it.
Right? It's better to have that than to start taking out food.
Yeah.
Because the more food you take out, the less energy you have to actually put in.
Yeah. I'm not trying to encourage an eating disorder.
How'd you feel?
I feel great. I definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Learn a lot?
I learned a lot specifically about form.
Guys, you definitely could take some of these cues and tips and apply them to your training as well too. Remember, it's about being intentional and being aware of our movements, and that's going to make your sets harder, which is good and what we want. Anyway, until next time, you guys know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.